What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and today we're looking at a very promising product from a company called Outdoor Master. These are the Ski Goggles Pro, which is obviously their higher end offering in terms of ski goggles. They offer super flexible interchangeability of lenses, as we'll see in a bit, and overall pretty good quality all round. They're not cheap, they're certainly not budget goggles or anything, but they're not super expensive either. They're sort of in the mid-range in terms of price, but they offer for that a lot of design, a lot of style, and a lot of features. So let's start with the box. They're identical boxes, just with different goggles inside, so let's have a look at one of them. Super nice box. It's a very good start of the product experience. I always find when the box is nice. It doesn't, technically change anything about the product, but it's nice that the company also puts effort in the packaging. So in this case, job well done. It's a very nice box with the logo and the brand everywhere. What the Ski Goggle Pro will offer you, and overall a nice clean design. Opening it up with a magnet, you're presented with a fluffy logo here, nice touch I think, and the goggles inside. Got the goggles right here, and on the bottom you find your accessories, which is an additional pouch for lenses. And actually this sort of cleaning cloth and carry cloth also comes with it separately. That's all you get in the box. The pouch for the lenses is something I'll explain later, because the lens interchangeability is really easy here, so you're likely to order several lenses with your goggles. So it actually makes sense that they include it right away, and which is a nice touch as well, that you don't have to order that separately. So I took the goggles out of the boxes so you can have a look at the actual design. I'm going to start with this one right here, which is a very nice, super shiny blue, together with a blue frame and a blue strap. Outdoor Master has several combinations of lenses and straps and frames available, so there's certainly something there to fit your own preference. And since you can order the lenses separately, you can go as crazy as you want with the color combinations. You can see it's sort of a spherical dome-like design, very streamlined. It's big for sure, but it's not super huge, which is obviously nice for helmet compatibility. The second goggles are effectively the same, just with a different color lens. As you can see, super nice sort of rainbow disco colors, with a different frame and a different strap here as well. And again, like I said, you can change the colors of the frame and the strap as much as you want, and order as many lenses as you want to fit different conditions, but also different color preferences. And the lenses is actually what we will look at next, because the big feature of these goggles, besides obviously that they look pretty good from the word go, is that the lenses are super easily changeable. And I'll show you how easily. That easily. You can see it has the magnetic click system, which is super easy. Even have the plastic on here actually. Same thing goes for the magnets here on the actual lens, and it's just a matter of popping it on, and you can see that it snaps in place just like that. Same thing with this one. You just apply a bit of pressure on the inside and the lens pops out, and you can change them for any other lens that you want. Same thing here, plops up, you can just drop it and it plops on it. It's super solid. It's actually surprisingly solid considering how small the magnets are, but the connection is really strong, and you really have to apply force on it with your hand from the inside in order to get them out. So there's absolutely no risk of them falling out on the mountain unless you have an extremely heavy accident, but when that happens you have other things to worry about. Normal wear, normal usage, absolutely no problem with the lens staying in place. And obviously the good part with easily interchangeable lenses like this is that you can do it on the fly. So when conditions change, you can change your lens, because you have that pouch with you anyway. And actually I'll show that right away. When you pop the lens out, you can just put it in the pouch and have it with you. So that's super nice, and the pouch is actually hard shell, so you won't bend your lens in your backpack. And like this, if you have 2 or 3 of these with you, you can just change on the fly depending on the conditions or depending on the style that you want to rock at that point. So overall, it's a very complete package in terms of what the goggles offer. They have style, functionality and practicality all at the same time. I think they look particularly good in this blue combination, but again, you can change the colors any way you see fit. Now obviously I got to show you a little bit of a real life scenario, which means you're probably going to wear these gloves with a helmet. So I thought I would show you them with my helmet. Obviously they can sit right there, no problem, but even when I put them on, they are nice and snug. No pressure whatsoever, and this helmet even has a little lip here on the front,
but there's no pressure from the helmet on the goggles. Sometimes there's helmet-goggle combinations that don't really work together, and the helmet sort of presses down on the goggle too much, which means a lot of pressure on your nose. Certainly not the case here. As you can see, it fits nice and snug, no real problems with wind gaps or so. Obviously, it's going to depend a little bit on the specific helmet that you have, but overall these goggles are usually fine for about 90% of the helmets out there. So that's quite nice. Most helmets have a little clip here in the back where you can sort of secure the strap. Not the case with my helmet, and that is actually one of the only downsides I can think of these goggles, is that they don't have an anti-slip thing here in the back of the strap. Which is a problem you can eliminate by wearing a hat, but obviously then your head is not protected. But as you can see with the hat, same thing, no problem whatsoever. Nice and tight around the face, a nice good seal to keep the warmth in and the cold out, and the wind mostly, without it fogging up and getting too hot inside. But overall it's a very comfortable set of goggles to wear. So besides the one downside of not having an anti-slip strip in the back of the strap, I can't really think of any other downsides of these goggles. They look good. The interchangeable lensing system is great. I really like that. It means you can mix and match your style with functionality of the different lenses with different weather conditions. And overall I think it's a great pair of goggles. Certainly not a budget pair, and that shows. It's quality all around, good functionality, no loose threads anywhere, no loose squeaks or anything. It's just an overall properly made set of goggles. Definitely worth the price, I think. Certainly worth picking up if you're going on a ski holiday this season, or if you're just looking for something to replace your old goggles. Certainly recommendable, and with all the different styles that they have, there's certainly something there to fit your own personal preferences. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the Ski Goggles Pro from Outdoor Master. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely check them out if you're in the market for a new set of goggles. Subscribe to the channel please, it always helps us out a lot, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!